when Paige, when she got in, I remember me and her dad crying our hearts out because that is like, it's like the ultimate, you know, to see your little girl up there and doing her stuff and, you know, sticking moves in that she's learnt down at your school. And, and then you see other girls on the show and they're like, oh, I know that move. I know that Paiges has taught that move because that's a British wrestling move. So, you know, it was really cool to kind of see the girls do stuff and it's like, oh, she's nicked my stuff. Ah, you know, so it was just, I was so proud. I mean, I remember like her dad is like everything she's ever done, everything she's ever said, every podcast she's ever done. Rick is a Paige connoisseur. He knows everything and anything there is to know about Raya. Wow. I'm more on the, you know, how she is domestically as Saraya Jade.
Yeah.
Her dad is her biggest fan, but also her biggest critic. Mm-hmm. So when she got in there and she was doing so well and everything, and then she told us quite a time before, like the usual thing, Mom, Dad, this is happening, don't say nothing, which is the norm. Don't say nothing, but that's usually what we get. You know, it's like, you know, we're getting used to this. We made mistakes in the early days she was there because when, you know, we weren't given the media talks and stuff, so we did put our foot in it quite a lot. But we've learned the hard way to keep our opinions to ourselves and not say anything and just let the fans speak for themselves, you know. Sometimes it's really difficult because you just want to punch them in the, you know, but you have to rise above it because it's all about opinions and you cannot think that your opinion is right. Right. It's just, that's just not how the world works. So we've learned the hard way to shut up. And when Raya told us, because she actually rang us when she came out of the doctors, when she just found out the news, and she was snot bubbling everywhere. You know, the girl was devastated because you got to remember, she hasn't known anything else. Right. She doesn't know anything else. She's never had a normal job. She couldn't do a normal job. My God, she'd be running the place in like 2 days. Yeah. She's a go-getter. And when she was like, I need to speak to my dad, and because obviously she's a bit of a dad's girl. And, you know, Rick sat with her and, you know, kind of said to her, look, girl, I've always said there's more to life than wrestling for you. You know, even though wrestling is his life, he always knew that she was meant to be something more, something big, something great, something, you know. And, you know, once I spoke to Ray myself, it's like, girl, let's see what happens. You know, never say never. Let's just take it stages at a time and get your operation done, and then we can go from there. Mm-hmm. But then obviously as it unraveled, and then it's like, Mum, Dad, I've got to retire. And I think we knew about 3 months beforehand. Mm-hmm. And it was hell. Absolute hell, because obviously she went through the transition then and we had to keep it quiet. So she was ringing us up on her bad days after she'd been down the training centre, not been allowed in the ring. You know, she was diving about everywhere, but she wasn't allowed to do certain stuff anymore. And then she had to rest, and then she wasn't allowed to be, you know, anywhere near it because, you know, she had to heal. And she went stir crazy. Absolutely, completely and utterly stir crazy because she just wanted so desperately to get back into the ring. And, you know, and then when it finally came that she was going to be doing the Monday Night Raw segment, myself and my husband, we were good until the tear came. And as soon as that tear rolled down her face, we were just blubs. We were just sniveling idiots. But what I really respect the Fed for more than anything is they knew she was hurting. They were there for it. We couldn't be there. So they were mum, dad, brother, sister, and everything to her. And what I loved about it was that the day that she gave her retirement speech, which obviously there was a build up to, and that was the crescendo. So that was when it was going to be a relief, but it was also the final word. And then out the bag, what do? They bring her to Smackdown and make her general manager.
I know.
Talk about going from snotting and crying and blubbering to pride and, oh my God, and what are they doing to us? What are they doing to us?
Me too. I remember reaching out to her that night. I was so sad. I'm like, oh my God, I had no idea you were going to retire. I'm so sorry. You know, all this kind of stuff. To then the next night going, wait, what? Congratulations.
Crying, and she was like, oh, Mom, oh, Dad, and then it's like, because she didn't tell us. She didn't tell us.
Well, she said she didn't know.
Yeah, but that was the thing. We just got a message on the Tuesday, really quite late on, about I can't think what it was. I know it's about 9. I think it's about 9 o'clock our time, and it's like, what's Smackdown? And we're like, oh no, she's got to do a retirement speech on Smackdown, and oh my god, oh, we've got to go through it again. But she didn't tell us. So the next thing you know, we're all there ready with the hankies, ready to go through it all over again. And she comes out as general manager of SmackDown. It was like, the Feds, I love to hate you. You are, oh my God. Yeah, it's amazing. And they love her and they look after, and they do look after her. You know, they do. And give her that position, I thought was incredible. You know, it shows how valuable she is, or how much they value her. Yeah. For retirement speech and go, actually, let's give you another job.